If you have a job during the day, the trading world and a lot of the information around trading is basically telling you to forget it. A lot of the videos, a lot of setups are geared toward be at your desk by 9:30, trade this orb trade off the first 5 minutes, trade this off the first 15 minutes. But none of that's going to work for you. So if you're in that position, you probably are thinking you'll start trading after you retire or after you quit your job. But that's the part nobody tells you is wrong. The same signal that I trade during the day, especially with the momentum in the market right now, is working in the evening and the early morning hours as well. When the futures market especially is open and you're free to trade, maybe in between watching episodes of Tracker or Longmire. Today, I'm going to show you how the power bar strategy behaves in overnight futures and why that quieter session may fit your schedule better than the open ever could. I'm Steven. I'm a former market maker and an arbitrage expert. And in this video, I'm going to teach you a simple trade using the power bar and what I call the anchor line. This is a chart of the overnight futures in NASDAQ. We're moving toward 24-hour trading, but right now, the main vehicle for overnight trading is the futures. This is my indicator on top of the futures, and this is from 4 p.m. Eastern time in the U.S. up until 9:30 a.m. Eastern time when the market opens for me. These short signals and long signals are my proprietary indicator pointing out power bars. The power bar trade, and I'm going to zoom in and show you what this looks like. The power bar trade is a bar that's larger than the bars around it. And I'm going to use this one as an example that begins at or near my anchor line. Notice how the futures move away from the anchor line, come back to the anchor line, which is this red line, which is the 20 simple moving average. Move away from the anchor, come back. You're always coming back, especially on a 2-minute chart, which this is. Going back to this candle that's larger than the ones around it, doesn't have much of a wick. It's a power bar move that originates near that anchor line. It clears support to the left, which is basically set by this pivot low right here. My entry is as it finishes. So basically right here is the entry, the short entry, and the top of the power bar is my stop. And you can see my indicator is set to take profit or indicate the potential to take profit at 1 times the risk, which is this area. That is the total risk in the trade. And then 1.5. And then if the stock or futures or whatever it is I'm trading moves to a profit of 2 times the risk, then I'll get this third take profit. In this case, it didn't. It only went to 1.5 times the risk. And that's why you see this SL, because that third take profit trigger didn't fire in my indicator. I don't know if I mentioned the indicator is linked to in the description below. But even without the indicator, you can see the power bar. You can see clearing support. You can see it begins at or near the anchor line. And you can see that the anchor line is moving with the power bar. So it's on trend. And you can see the, take profit levels, obviously, by either just drawing in a box like this or using on TradingView, a short position, which you can draw in like this, and then move your target and your stop levels to see what 2 times profit would be in the trade. So either way you do it, it's 1 to 2 times your risk. That's what I'm shooting for in a trade. And if we back out again and look at the overnight hours, what you'll find is because we are in a high momentum market, that momentum is carrying over into the overnight hours for me. It may be the trading hours for you, wherever you're located. But if we look at the power bar trades, and this is just last night, today's the 19th. This was the overnight from the 18th to the morning of the 19th, which is here. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and this was actually when the market opened. So let's say 11. We had 11 power bar opportunities in the overnight hours. And of that 11, I think 2 of the trades stopped out without getting to at least 1 times profit and the amount of risk taken. And that was this trade, which happened at 6:48 in the morning, and this trade, which happened last night at 10:48. So that's 2 out of 11. So 9 trades in the overnight. And no, it's not going to be like this every night. But I'll show you something in just a minute that you can do if you're looking to see if power bar trading is working and whatever it is you're trading. I'll show you that in just a second. But as an example, last night, 9 out of 11 trades got you at least to 1 times or 1.5 and many to 2 times profit on the risk taken in the trade. When it says 2 TP times 2, these are 2 times, right? This trade, the risk was this much. That's the risk in the trade. So when we got up to these levels, we got to 2 times this risk and profit. Here, 2 times the risk and profit. Here was the one that stopped out. Here, this one got to 1 time the risk and profit. For me, when I'm trading with the power bar, if I get to 1 times my risk and profit, I'm moving my stop up so that that's a free trade anyhow. So with these types of trades, if it doesn't make money, it shouldn't lose money, right? Obviously, you have slippage sometimes, and there may be something like that. But in general, if I'm getting to 1 times profit, I'm not giving back money on that trade and turning that into a losing trade. Now let me show you what I do when I'm looking to see if a stock or futures or ETF or whatever it is moving enough that a power bar trade is going to work really well. And that is just to look at the TPs versus the SLs, right? My take profits versus my stop losses. Like I said, that was last night. Today's the 19th of May, 2026. That was last night. This is the night before. Look at the take profit levels going into the close. A stop loss here. Take profits. There's a stop loss here, which was actually based with this long. So for me, this trade would have made money. There would have been no stop out for a loss on this trade. Another take profit. This would have been a stop out. This would have been a stop out for me. And then a long, take profits. Another long, take profits. And that's what I do, is look at these stop outs. Would have been some churn and a couple of losing trades here. And then some really nice take profits off this long here. So if I see more take profits than I do stop outs, that's obviously a good trading vehicle for the power bar. And I just keep doing that, right? I'll go back and say, what was this? If I'm looking to trade the overnight, what was this session? Couple of stop losses, more take profits, right? A lot more TPs, which is profitable trades versus stop outs. I forgot to say, if you want my cheat sheet for the power bar, I have a cheat sheet I can send you that goes through what I went through toward the beginning of the video that talks about like how to do the power bar trade. If you comment power in the comments, I'll get that to you. And then, like I said, I just keep going. What were the previous days? Was it more take profits or stop outs? You're going to get more stop outs when the market is moving sideways. I want this to be very clear with this type of trade. It's a momentum trade. Momentum meaning movement. If the market is moving, which it has been, obviously intraday, you can see all the take profits with these multiple days. Again, this is NASDAQ futures NQ. The market is moving up and down and providing a lot of power bar opportunities. That's carrying over to the overnight session. At my point in my career, I'm not trading the overnight session very much. So I don't want to represent that I'm taking all of these trades. But if I were trading the overnight session, this is exactly what I would be doing. Looking to see, does a momentum trading setup work right now at this point in time? And from just looking at this, again, take profits versus stop losses, that's what I'm seeing. That momentum is king right now. We're moving all over the place. Again, all the take profits. This tells me the power bar strategy is working over and over. And like I said, if you're missing out during the day and you're not catching these types of moves, they're happening in the overnight session as well. So if you're watching your long buyer or tracker or what other shows, the NBA playoffs, and you're bored, not with the game last night because it went to double overtime, but if you're bored because the games are lopsided, there are trading opportunities happening in the overnight session constantly these days. Again, my indicator, which triggers all of these longs and shorts, is linked to in the comments in the description below. Obviously, this is a simple trade, and if you're paying attention, you don't have to have an indicator to see these long and short trades. But if you need help spotting them, or you need an alert to wake you up at 4 a.m, which won't be happening with me, but if you need an alert at 4 a.m to get you into a trade like this indicator can do that. And if you want the cheat sheet, just comment power in the comments below, and I'll get that to you via email. I hope this video, especially for you guys who are working during the day and don't get a chance to trade during the day, but are looking to hone your skills some in the overnight hours, helped. If it did, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll keep making videos like this. Thanks.